Hello, I'm Jane Pauley in Tuskegee, Alabama, where everybody knows the prostate man. Meet Lawrence McRae and his life calling.
This is a good book for you. How you doing, sir?
If they see you coming, they know what the conversation's going to be about.
Yeah, there come the prostate man.
Lawrence McRae was being treated for an enlarged prostate when he noticed something.
Maybe 3 Afro-American men taking that test. Then you got 97 white taking that test, and I said, gracious, this must be a white man disease.
On the contrary, African-American men are twice as likely to get prostate cancer, get it younger, and more likely to die.
What about just the average man in the black belt counties? How do they find out about this disease?
The Black Belt, so named for the color of the soil, one of the poorest regions of the country, happens to be predominantly African-American.
Some of these people are unemployed, and some of them don't have insurance. Some of them don't even have a doctor. Some never been to a doctor.
Somebody had to tell them. He decided to be that somebody.
I need some coffee, maybe.
So he printed homemade brochures, packed a satchel, and hit the road.
I would take my truck and have a display I would put on the back, the tailgate. I would go to different stores and leave information. Now, I don't know how many was picking this information up, going to the doctor, but I distribute a whole lot of information, trying to educate men about prostate disease.
He's a one-man crusade to spread the word about prostate health in 12 of Alabama's poorest counties, funded by his Social Security check. What's your pitch?
Let me holler at you. How you doing? Then they, about what? Then I go through the steps showing them where the prostate is located.
You introduced this very quickly.
Yeah, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
But people here have not forgotten the shame of the infamous Tuskegee experiment. 400 black sharecroppers were recruited for a syphilis study, never told they had it and never treated for it. There is still, even now, a deep-seated mistrust of doctors. Today, on the campus of the venerable Tuskegee University, the old hospital has been converted to a museum and center for bioethics.
A legacy of that bad blood. Even today, it's hard to reach.
People just don't trust people when they come down to health care.
Well, 1932 to 1972, that's, 40 years of bad blood.
Yeah.
And it's still one of those obstacles that you fight every day.
It's 24/24. You took that test, right?
Yeah, I did.
His day often ends at midnight, keeping up to date on prostate information online. Before bed, he decides where to start the next day.
Hey, fella.
He goes where men are likely to go.
Just look through the book. You're going to see people going to work 5:30, 6:30, and 7 o'clock.
You'd get up that early,
yeah,
and you'd say, let's talk about your prostate.
Yeah.
McRae covers a territory of 250 square miles, from courthouses to churches to street corners.
Do you bring it up every time you come to get your haircut?
Yeah.
To his own barbershop, where the checker game, like the sultry air, is hot and heavy.
Come in!
I want to pass out a couple of books and talk to a couple of guys about prostate cancer. We talking about saving lives.
Why do you do it?
Because somebody got to do it.
For the past 3 years, he's not been doing it alone, partnering with the East Alabama Medical Center.
He's reaching a very underserved group of people, folks that don't normally have access to health care.
Very good, thank you.
All right, thank you. I went to a golf tournament. The guy I was supposed to play with told my son, said, look here, tell your dad, don't come up here and start talking about no prostate. No, just stick to the golf game, right? So,
did you?
No. No. Okay.
The Lawrence McRae Foundation now has official status as a nonprofit, and recently Walmart gave him a small grant to carry out his work. But still, his #1 funding source is his own Social Security check.
Read and then tell Dad about it, and then make sure Dad go to the doctor.
You're a man on a mission.
Yeah, I'm just a nobody trying to help everybody.
Happy to know you, Mr. Nobody, because you're somebody.
You're a good man. I like what you're doing.